In tennis, Novak Djokovic's staggering 24th Grand Slam win sparks a burning question. Is he now the undisputed GOAT? This historic feat puts him head-to-head with tennis immortals, but with young challengers rising, does Djokovic have enough in his arsenal to settle this debate once and for all? But first, quiz time. What is tasked with keeping pigeons away from the Wimbledon courts? Is it A. Nothing, B. Harry Potter, C. a machine, or D. a bird? The correct answer will be revealed at the end of the video, so stay tuned. And hey, don't be shy, hit us up with your guesses in the comments. We'll reply to as many of them as we can. And as always, if this video serves up some tennis joy, follow that like button and backhand a subscribe for more ace-worthy tennis content like this. Novak Djokovic's recent 24th Grand Slam victory at the US Open has stirred up the age-old debate. Is he the greatest of all time? This win, a record-tying feat, propels him once again to the pinnacle of men's tennis, the world #1 spot. It's a position that has become almost synonymous with his name. Let's break it down. Djokovic's triumph in New York isn't just about adding another trophy to his cabinet. It's about etching his name deeper into the annals of history. He now shares the record for the most Grand Slam titles with Margaret Court. That's a staggering achievement that places him in an elite league usually reserved for the likes of mythical creatures and Greek demigods. Dom Inglot, Britain's former Davis Cup winner, when asked about Djokovic's standing among the greats, leans towards affirming his GOAT status. It's hard to argue against it, really. Novak's trophy case is getting so crowded, it's like he's trying to start his own museum of modern art. Looking at his performance at the US Open provides insight into his winning formula. In the critical moments, where most would crumble under pressure, he thrives, saving set points, pulling off jaw-dropping shots. It's all in a day's work for him, and the second set of the match really demonstrated his resilience. When it looked like he was running on empty, he switched gears and found a way to win. It's as if he treats each challenging point like a puzzle to be solved, and he always seems to find the missing piece. Now let's talk numbers, because in tennis, as in life, numbers often tell the story better than words. Djokovic has been the world #1 for a whopping 390 weeks. That's not just being at the top. That's setting up camp and building a fortress there. His dominance over such a sustained period is a clear indicator of his consistency and unyielding pursuit of greatness. But Djokovic isn't just about dominating one surface. He's an all-terrain vehicle. His 7 Wimbledon titles are a classic example of his adaptability. Initially, grass courts weren't his playground, but he evolved, mastered them, and now sits just one title shy of Roger Federer's record. His ability to adapt and conquer is reminiscent of a chameleon, albeit one wielding a tennis racket. As of 2023, the tale of Djokovic's career is far from over. He's the first player to spend 400 weeks at the top of the rankings, a feat that redefines endurance in the sport. This record is more than impressive. It's borderline otherworldly. He surpassed the legends, the titans of tennis, and carved out a space that's uniquely his. But even legends face new challenges. As Nadal gears up for his final season next year, there's a significant statistic that places both him and Djokovic at the top. They both have an 88% win rate at Grand Slams. This number could shift, especially if Nadal enters the season fully fit. The focus is particularly on the French Open, Nadal's stronghold, where he could further bolster his impressive record. However, Nadal's journey on hard courts might be challenging due to his history of knee and foot injuries. There's a sense of uncertainty about his performance on these surfaces, even though his resilience and ability to recover remain strong. The question also arises about how Djokovic will fare in upcoming tournaments, with predictions suggesting he has a few more Grand Slam wins in his tank. The tennis landscape is also witnessing witnessing the rise of young talents like Alexander Zverev, Daniel Medvedev, and Holger Rune. These players, often referred to as the Young Bucks, are increasingly seen as formidable opponents, capable of causing upsets. Their ability to challenge the likes of Djokovic and Nadal on their best days is undeniable. However, the consistency demonstrated by Djokovic and Nadal over the years sets a high bar. The resilience and regularity with which these legends have competed are unparalleled. These young players exhibit flashes of brilliance, but struggle to maintain that level of performance consistently across tournaments. The challenge for them is not just about winning big matches, it's about sustaining that high level of play week in, week out. The maturity and endurance required to do this regularly are what set players like Djokovic, Nadal, Serena Williams, and Roger Federer apart. As the new generation matures, it remains to be seen how they develop this consistency to match the caliber of their legendary predecessors. Quick side note here, I hope you haven't forgotten about our trivia question of what is tasked with keeping pigeons away from the Wimbledon courts? Make sure to keep watching, the answer will be revealed at the end. And hint, the answer is not Harry Potter. Avada Kedavra! Speaking of young bucks, Carlos Alcaraz, the rising Spanish star, isn't just knocking on the door. He's barged right in. He's beaten Djokovic at Wimbledon and snagged the world #1 spot in 2023, hinting at a shift in power. The younger players, like Alcaraz, are a fresh breeze in the game. But for Djokovic, they're more like a hurricane. They play with a zest that's hard to match. For Djokovic, this means the game is getting tougher, almost like trying to keep up with teenagers on social media. Then there's also the shadow of injuries. As Djokovic ages, every match is a dance with danger. It's like playing a high-stakes game where the stakes are his own limbs. Staying injury-free is as crucial as winning. Novak Djokovic is the greatest of all time. But if he doesn't keep his toes on the ball, that title could be taken in the blink of an eye. That being said, let's now circle back to our trivia question. What is tasked with keeping pigeons away from the Wimbledon courts? Well, here's the answer. Rufus the Hawk is a special member of the Wimbledon family. He's a Harris's Hawk and has an important job at the All England Lawn Tennis and Croquet Club, the home of Wimbledon. For over 15 years, Rufus has been keeping pigeons away from the courts. This is really important, especially during the Wimbledon Championships and big events like the 2012 Olympics. Rufus isn't just a Wimbledon star, he also helps out at places like Westminster Abbey, hospitals, and airfields to keep pigeons away. In 2012, Rufus became famous when someone stole him from his owner's car. People all over the world were worried about him. Thankfully, he was found 3 days later with just a sore leg. Rufus wears a tracking device to keep an eye on him, but is taken off at night. He's even popular on social media, with his own Twitter and Facebook accounts surpassing 10,000 followers, where he shares his life as a bird at Wimbledon. Rufus has his own Wimbledon security pass called Bird Scarer. And that, my friends, is game, set, and match for this episode of Glam Slam Tennis. Thanks for watching, and make sure to take a peek to your left for another intriguing video you're sure to love. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell so you never miss a moment of the action and what we have in store. Until next time, stay fabulous and ace those serves.